An F30 quick update. Let's crack on. Okay, so the F30 that just keeps on giving. It's a gift that keeps on giving. I was still getting intermittent issues all the time. It would play fine for a couple of hours, then it would start just picture breaking up, snowiness, that green line across the top, audio not being fantastic. So yeah, I thought, right, I'm just going to have to get to the bottom of this. I was starting to suspect it was something electronics related again, but it wasn't. It's actually mechanical. It was slightly given away by the way that it was sort of behaving. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty poor tape, to be honest, because I have to turn the tracking all the way the one way, or some of the way past. It's not great, but yeah, so basically I changed the ace head with one I had, and basically the main reason I did that was, well, I don't know, it just didn't seem right. I couldn't ever get it really spot on, and to be fair, I thought this machine was pretty low hours, but I don't think it is. Where it gave the best performance, I had several goes at realigning the tape path. It was very touch and go. You only had to do a slight adjustment and it would lose control pulses. And I do think that the head does have some wear to it. I mean, there's no physical wear lines on the head then, but I changed it, and that immediately, I mean, I've not even aligned this, I've just dropped it in and it's absolutely fine, working really well. Might need a little bit of a tweak, but it's perfect. I really made sure the guides were correct. This one I had to adjust a tiny bit again, but at the end of the day, this just needs to feed the tape past and back to the shell. It's not really critical for alignment as long as it's not crinkling the tape. So yeah, so I thought I'd try a test recording, and it was awful. It was snow, intermittent snow, then not, then snow, then not. You could see the picture behind it. It was almost like one head was permanently clogged when you played it back. So I actually suspect the amount of moisture that was in here and the moisture that was on the actual hub when I changed the heads and caused me to chip that head. I decided that possibly we might have a problem with the coils in the drum, and so I dug out this spare mechanism for an F30, changed the drum, and it's really good, and I'm not getting the green line, and it's perfect. It's just working so much better. This is not a great tape either. Obviously the film quality is not that great, it's an old film, but you know, the tracking's out. I know the tracking is not true on this tape. It's recorded on a worn or misaligned machine. But yeah, that's really cool. So the only thing I did do, I don't know why I did it, I when I scrapped the deck, I took the wires off the head, and of course I forgot I'd done that, so removed the dust shield. God, why is there no picture? Remove the dust shield. It's just like wires floating about. So yeah, that's really cool. Obviously I had to take this off completely, and these are fairly straightforward to align. As you get them somewhere near, they'll be fine. The tape isn't being distorted in any way, which it isn't. You can sort of work that out by eye. It's not too difficult. And this drum, the lower drum I tested or checked, it's actually got a really good air cushion, so this is actually low hours, whereas the other one is actually quite flat. There is actually quite a bit of wear. So yeah, it's amazing when they're in the damp for long enough. I just think that any accumulation on the drum, it makes it look better than it is. But when you actually feel it, now it's out of the deck, I can sort of properly monitor it. It's actually fairly high hours. So yeah, so I'm really pleased about that. Glad I got there. It's going to try recording. So just playing back what it recorded with the old drum, and you can see it's just dropped out completely now, but it's just totally just snow. But you can see colour and you can see an image. It is almost like one chip is clogged, but it isn't. The heads are absolutely fine. So yeah, let's try that recording. Okay, so here it goes. So let that record for a few minutes and we'll see what it's like. Okay, so here it goes. So yeah, that's really good. What's the sound like? Oh, it's perfect. That's crazy. So the majority of the problems with that green line and the intermittent sort of snowiness was down to the head drum, and more than likely it's the coils are bad from being in moisture for too long, just high humidity and just really just bad, so bad for the drum. Such a shame. But I've got some good heads. I know this head's good, but yeah, we got there. We absolutely got there. I mean, it tracks perfectly. So tracking left and tracking right. It's perfect. I mean, these heads are absolutely perfect. So I'm really chuffed with that. So finally, the F30 is done. Good grief, so many issues with this machine. Madness. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I promise I won't do any more on this F30. See you in another video. Bye for now.